Hi, I'm Kimberly Buckler. It's good to see you again. I back to doing the videos again. Took a bit of a break there. I'm today concentrating on my tarot deck. I do want to share that I am a Reiki master. I've been teaching Reiki classes for over 20 years. Reiki practitioners. I love working with my clients. With the sessions, they've gone much beyond Reiki. Sometimes Akashic records pop in there, or there's all sorts of stuff that can go on during a session. I also help people to release attachments and things that are in their energy field. Also help to release the trauma and the blocks that we may be holding on to. Last few months, I went through from Winnipeg, Manitoba to Kelowna. It was 10 weekends, full weekends of working in all those 10 cities and doing readings for clients I've seen before and magical new ones. So it's good to see you again. Um, and it was amazing to be able to share the information and to take my tarot deck with me traveling. So this is the keeper of the Ancient Wisdom Tarot. I was given a message to do, from my Reiki master, to do a message deck, and for some reason I went tarot. And it was interesting how it all went together. I do not have a native background, but I was really blessed to to know that I'm how much I am connected to the earth, to the animal kingdom, to the plants that are grown around us, and to the different realms. So, with this tarot deck, we get to see all that, and I get to share the medicine that I've learned over the last 20 plus years. So, a little bit about the tarot deck and what it created. So, the pictures were done with batiks. Um, you have a piece of paper and a piece of paper, a piece of material, you draw your picture on there. You color in what you wanted. So I colored in the eagles and the guy meditating with all the chakras being cleared. Then I waxed that and then dipped the whole material into the blue dye. Added a bit more wax to have a consistency in the color in the end. And here we go. So that is the last card of the Major Arcana. The first card of the Major Arcana is the Eagles. So that's the restrictions, where one's tied down to where one's flying. What is it we need to do to let go of those restrictions? As you go through the Major Arcana, there's so many beautiful lessons we can have. So it's interesting to see, from being tied down to be able to fly freely and be who we are. So the tarot deck has the five suits. Suits, you have the major arcana, then you have the minor. And with the minor, I put the bear. I put the bear in the north. The bear represents the pentacles, so the money we earn, and also our home and our lives, and how we are treating the land around us too. The next one is the cups, which became the whales, or the water. So the water is representing our emotions. How do we deal with our emotions, and what are the lessons that we can learn with this one suit? The next one is the Ace of the Wolf, or the Wolf is in the south, and yes, the first card is the Ace of the Wolf. But in the South, it's all about our passion, so the wants. How are we approaching life? Are you going through life day to day, bored out of your gourd and not finding anything that excites you anymore? So maybe this is a magical suit to start with. It could be working with a wolf. The Ace, the owl. So the owl is in the east. The owl is a lot to do. For me, it represents the swords, And we really got to be careful how we speak and how we are using our words and how we're sharing it. So, can you tell someone with a twinkle in your eye and get a message across nicely? Or can you, or do you do it the other way where when you share things, it comes out harshly and mean where it shouldn't be? So, to find that compassion within. So, working with the owl is magical because the owl can also see into the dark, see the things that a lot of our eyes don't see. So it's beautiful. Over the years, I had amazing journeys, whether it's getting reconnected with the angels, and that was the first one, working with Archangel Michael. Then I got reconnected with the fairies. The bottoms of my legs would get cold, or I get a fairy sneeze out of the blue, but I can, when I'm sneezing, I can smell the moisture of the earth. If the elves around, this one side might get really cold. When I'm doing readings and energy work and I'm doubting what I'm saying, my helpers come through and I get tears of joy in my eyes and I want to cry because what I'm feeling is so magical, so beautiful, so heartfelt. A lot to do with our emotions. As you're working with this beautiful deck, you get to see different things and see things that you've seen over your life and affirmations. And the guidebook, is 279 pages. This is not something you're going to find in the other books. I've also a lot of tools in there. I was lovingly pushed by a sweet friend that was doing the editing to use my tools, to put in those tools and all those things I've learned over the years. Whether you're working with crystals, if you're a strong empath, what crystals are you working with? If you're having a really hard time with heartache, what crystals are you working with to help yourself out to come over to get over the heartache? What is it that you're doing to find answers if you find there's a block there? It could be maybe reaching out to a practitioner and saying, "Hey, what is it I can do? What can you find for me to help me release that?" There's a lot of times we can do our own healing, but there's a lot of times where we need to reach out. Over the last few months has been quite a journey for me. A lot of good things, a lot of magical things, things that tickled my heart pink, where I'd be falling off my chair laughing and enjoying the moment. Or it could have been into another moment where I'm actually crying and releasing a whole bunch of things I've been holding on to for years. The last few months, it's again, it doesn't matter how old we are. We could be a little child and we could be someone my age, and we can still have stuff that'll show up for us. I also mentioned the Akashic records in the deck. Working with the Akashic records, I've worked with them for several years, and I know for myself, I took a dive into it in, I believe, in April, and it was interesting what I was able to finally release and to heal within myself. So I got to see that when I'm working with you, energetically or with any of this, it's a lot easier for you than it was for me when I took that dive in there, because I'm that empath that feels everything. So what a beautiful way to either have a deck in your hands and to be able to work through the deck slowly, pull a card out day by day. What can I work with for today? Or you might do it for the week. You might be an energy worker that might be drawn to using the cards. There's a lot of beautiful tools and lessons in here, a lot of support. And to purchase a deck, I will have my information there, the website. The decks are $45 plus the shipping. Um, I hope you have a magical day, and I hope you know that you yourself are a beautiful soul within, and you're worth a million. You take good care. Love you dearly. and we'll see you soon.